Today I tabled the supplementary estimates B 2023-2024 in the House of Commons. In that document, you will see the first iteration of our spending review. And in effect, what we are showing is that we are reducing and refocusing our spending in the amount of $500 million. $350 million will be reduced and refocused in the area of outsourcing, external contracts. $150 million will be refocused in the area of travel. I spoke with many of my colleagues to ensure that they are continuing to look in their departments to see where unnecessary spending exists. C'est exactement que toutes les familles de notre pays fait à ce temps-là, et le gouvernement du Canada fait la même chose. We are doing the same thing as families across the country. We are refocusing our spending. We are making sure that we are watching taxpayer dollars and spending them prudently and efficiently. Donc, je pourrais recevoir vos questions aussi.
On constate que vous avez dépensé plus cette année qu'à pareille date l'an dernier. Pouvez-vous nous expliquer pourquoi?
Pardon?
On constate, selon les chiffres, que vous avez dépensé davantage cette année qu'à pareille date l'an dernier. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qui explique qu'on dépense plus cette année?
Nous continuons d'appuyer les priorités de Canadiens. Ça, c'est une chose très importante pour nous, comme les dépenses pour les obligations internationales. Par exemple, l'aide militaire pour l'Ukraine. Par exemple, les priorités vers l'économie verte et aussi la réconciliation. Donc, nous continuons d'appuyer les priorités pour les Canadiens. En même temps, j'ai le revue des dépenses et je vais continuer de réaffecter nos dépenses discrétionnaires vers nos prioritaires, les mêmes prioritaires bien sûr, par exemple le logement abordable. Et ça, c'est 500 millions de dollars maintenant que nous allons réaffecter vers les priorités comme ça. Et nous continuons de faire cet exercice et je vais livrer les résultats aussi dans la Chambre des communes dans le mois de février.
The Defense Department's the biggest hit in the spending reduction. I think it's something like $211 million. What do you say to people concerned that that's going to affect our ability to, field the functional military?
I want to be clear that when I wrote to ministers, we deliberately said that the Canadian Armed Forces would not be touched. Health transfers to provinces would not be touched. Those are important areas that are not within the spending review. What is within the spending review is discretionary spending. For example, on external contracting. For example, on travel. And we are seeing across 68 organizations within government and that we are able to save $500 million thus far in those areas, and we will continue to work to see where we can find savings, to make sure that we are refocusing those monies towards our government's priorities.
Last question. Why are some departments...
in youth spending that you're going to need approval from Parliament. So how much does the $500 million of savings really matter in that context?
So it's important to make a distinction between discretionary and non-discretionary payments. The savings that we are finding within departments is discretionary spending. Where can we save money? In terms of the items that are going to be voted on in the supplementary estimates B, those are the priorities of our government. For example, spending on military aid for Ukraine, for example, assisting in the green economy and supporting reconciliation. Those are all priorities that we as a government ran on, and those are all priorities that Canadians use their votes to elect us on, and therefore those are the priorities that we will continue to put forward. That's what is reflected in the $20 billion figure.
Can you maybe just speak why some departments and agencies are seeing bigger reductions than others? It doesn't seem equal across the board.
This is just the first tranche of the results relating to our spending review. You are going to see additional examples of departments coming forward, and it won't always, in these separate tranches, be precisely equal. But generally speaking, the exercise is for each department to take a look within their departments, not to take all of it from operating budgets, but to look across their spend to see where savings can be had. In this iteration of the results, we are focusing on external contracting and travel. You will see in future iterations of our results that there will be additional items that we will table. And again, it won't be exactly the same across 68 departments. But the important thing to note is that our government cares about spending taxpayer dollars prudently and efficiently. I have been leading that charge since I was appointed to be the president of the Treasury Board. For example, on outsourcing, first by issuing guidelines for managers in the allocation of outsourcing contracts, making sure we get value for money every single time, making sure we don't have the expertise in the Government of Canada before we actually go out and execute one of those types of contracts, and making sure that there is not unnecessary travel occurring. That's the gist of this tranche of the results that I've tabled.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.